shows all the pictures of the senators sleeping.
Them like there was a hearing or something I was watching. It was a congressional hearing or something I was watching. There was a bunch of them sitting in the audience, like not in the audience. It's their podiums. Each of them have a podium thing. They were sleeping through the people talking. Hi guys. So yeah, it was like.
Sorry, but that's too much for them to just sit there.
I just want to say, if you guys were here on the live stream yesterday, and if you watched the playback, the replay crew, you guys, thank you for putting all the positive energy out there for Sarah. So her pneumonia has cleared, though she does have inflammation of the tissue around like her rib cage and stuff from more than likely, like they said, because she's was on the antibiotic. The inflammation around there came probably most likely from the pneumonia and from the irritation of her lungs. But all the pneumonia is cleared, but the painful breathing is due to inflammation of the tissue surrounding the rib cage. So
my grandpa's funeral, during the eulogy, that when he died, they found a small piece of paper in his wallet with Magic the Gathering written on it. My grandma wrote it for him so he could remember the name of the game I played to brag about me despite the Alzheimer's.
Aww.
Dude.
What a sweet thing. But hey, Kristen, we're good. So yeah, so she's doing better today. The funniest part is, okay, so here's, you guys tell me like if we're wrong on this. I don't think any of us are wrong between myself, Sarah, and her friend. None of us are wrong on this. So her friend was with her, like I said, at the ER yesterday when she went in to make sure that the pneumonia hadn't gotten worse. Yeah, she took regular, like just a Z-Pack for that. She went through the Z-Pack. That's fine. Those are fine on breastfeeding. By the way, you can take antibiotics and breastfeed. However, there's something that I'm going to point on. So she goes in this time, and now she's got that inflammation. She's got some swelling in the tissue and stuff around her rib cage. So the doctor, who has been told on repeated occasions while she was there for 8.5 hours that she's a new mom. She's breastfeeding, strictly breastfeeding. And tells the doctor, like, at first she asked because they were going to do contrast and all that kind of stuff and x-rays. And so she was like, is this going to affect my baby? And they were like, no, they reassured her, no, the x-rays, you'll be fine. The contrast stuff, they went ahead and did like some checkup to make sure that she was going to be okay to breastfeed. They said, no, it'll be gone out of your system in seconds. That's the truth. But the doctor comes back in and he goes, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you this prescription. What on? Sarah goes, or her friend goes, wait, can she take that while she's breastfeeding? And the doctor goes, oh, wait, hold on a minute. Let me go check. Leaves, comes back and he goes, no, she definitely can't take this while breastfeeding. So I would recommend go ahead and get formula. Feed the baby formula for the next 10 days and go ahead and take this medicine. And she was like, okay, first of all, there's a formula shortage, right? So like where we're at, the formula that he does have, we have a can of it as a backup just in case something should happen. But if any of you have ever been around somebody who's breastfeeding, and if somebody watches this that's ever been a breastfeeding parent, if you do 10 days of bottle feeding, that baby is not going to go back to the breast. Not without a struggle, not without heartache, not without a bunch of crying. Yeah.
Ouch.
Kristen. But yeah, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. But yeah, so it was like, dude, she is strictly breastfeeding. He only gets a bottle when absolutely necessary. So why would we give him a bottle first of all, he had to have bottles when he first was born because he was extremely jaundiced and needed to flush his system. It took Sarah probably a good 3 weeks before we finally got him to where he accepted her breast and like only her breast. So why in the world would we backtrack herself like and go through all of that mess again? Yeah, no. So I'm looking online. She can take ibuprofen for the swelling, like the inflammation. She doesn't need to go on prednisone, which by the way you cannot take while breastfeeding.
What's the dumbest
Hold on.
thing you did when you were a kid? Wished I was an adult.
Did you drop it? Did you drop it? Okay. There you go.
That's great.
There you go.
Bruh.
He's so
Tell
tired.
me why as I was swiping on Tinder I saw my boyfriend. Can men be loyal? Down in the comments. Stop asking me why I was on Tinder too. That's not the point. Bye.
Right?
Goodbye.
Like, why are you over there bitching about your boyfriend being on Tinder when you're on Tinder? Like, what are you doing on
My
there?
grandma's 71 and she told me her and her friend text each other a happy face every morning to make sure they both woke up.
Aww.
Swear to God, man.
Kristen said, hi, Sarah.
No.
She was like, hello. But yeah, anywho, talk about frustrating to have to sit there and go through that with a doctor. And then, like, I don't know how many times she's trying to tell them, like, first of all, they come in and they're talking about they want to run a pregnancy test on her. And she's like, okay, first, I just had a baby. Like, my baby is 2 months old. Which, okay, so forget that because I've seen people who get knocked up literally weeks after giving birth, even days after giving birth. Like, what are you doing? But she specifically tells them she is not sexually active, right? So she's not partaking in any sexual activity, therefore couldn't possibly be pregnant. And he's like, well, we're going to be doing a CT scan on you, so I have to have a pregnancy test on you. So she's like, okay, fine. Then they finally, after hours of them making her sit and hold her pee in a cup, they finally come and get it. Then they come and pick her up to go take her to CT, get her back to CT, and then tell her, oh yeah, we didn't get your pregnancy test done. So, you know. So she's like, yeah, well, I can't possibly be pregnant because one, I just gave birth, two, I don't have sex. So, you know. So it was a whole moot point in the beginning anyway, when they could have just gotten her the CT scan in the beginning. So here's my thing. And maybe I'm wrong on this. I mean, I know hospitals got to cover their butts for things or whatever. But if a patient refuses to give you something because they know their body well enough and are telling you, I don't need that, then you should have them sign a waiver, right? So that it covers the hospital's butt still, that says, I'm going to take this test without first having this test. Because she knows her body. Like, if I went in, my tubes are tight. But you're of childbearing age. My tubes are tight. You don't need me to take a pregnancy test if, one, I'm not sexually active. Two, I had a tubal ligation done. And three, I'm telling you, I'm not taking it. So have me sign a stupid waiver and then give me the other test.
My checks say I have a job, but, well, I have a good job, but my bills say I need to start moving bricks for El Chapo.
There's a 70s song by Johnny Taylor called Who's Making Love with Your Old Lady While You Were Out Making Love. Yeah. Right? Like, what are you bitching about your boyfriend being on Tinder for when you're on Tinder? Like, explain yourself. What are you doing there? You wouldn't have known he was on there if you weren't on there. So you both be cheating.
You leave that thing alone. Him just come on. Leave it alone.
He's gonna spit it out again.
They look so cozy that they left it alone. Him look so peaceful.
That's cute.
He's like that.
Yeah, let him be. Him's going to sleep. Sir, it's right here. Are you still hungry? You're acting like you're still hungry. Indicator that you're just tired. I love that his little eyebrows are finally starting to show up.
I just stubbed my toe. Did I scream and cry like a baby? No, of course not. A baby does not have the lung capacity to do what I just did.
Me too, Kelly. Me too. Oh, that was so funny. If you guys didn't hear that, it said, did I just stub my toe? Yes, I did. Did I scream like a baby? No.
I just stubbed my toe.
Toe.
Did I scream and cry like a baby? No,
No.
of course not. A baby does not have the
Lung
lung
capacity
capacity to do what I just did.
to do what I just did. That was so funny.
Oh,
Is he back from? Well, yeah, Kristen. He's been back from his trip for a long time. He only went for the 4th of July. He went for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So yeah, he's been back for a week or more. He's fine. He's doing fine. That was so funny. Did I just stub my toe? Yes, I did. Did I scream like a baby? No, because a baby doesn't have the lung capacity to do what I just did.
Inventing the toaster. Engineer. Okay, it burns the bread if you put it at a 4. Chief engineer. Perfect. Make you up to 8.
Inventing of the toaster. That's a good one. Yeah, because why would you put it that high? Like, it burns literally at a 4. So why would you put 8 minutes on a toaster? And the fact that my friend did not know that the notches on the toaster meant how many minutes. I was like, excuse me. It means minutes on the toaster. I learned that, though, when I was really little by my foster mom. So, I always called her the mom that looked like the lady from the Brady Bunch. That was Mrs. Russo. I liked her a lot. That was the one foster family. I think if my sister and I had stayed with them, yeah, we would have had a very different outcome in our lives.
The fucking scene from Nemo, and it's Marlin. He said, "No, he's my son. He was taken by these divers," and it's Bruce and the other shark, and they're like, "Humans think they own everything. Probably American."
But he wasn't. He was Australian. Because they went to Sydney. And he was a dentist in Sydney, Australia. I'm going. Oh, you're going whale watching.
My mom threatens me to throw my phone out from our 9th floor apartment, me knowing it's on your phone.
Oh my God! How many people do you think that airplane mode means that your phone can fly?
Probably a lot.
You guys, how many people do you actually think that if their phone is on airplane mode that it can fly? I got something stuck on my screen. Hold on.
Sorry.
There we go.
My boyfriend just casually dropped the fact that for most of his adult life, he has been able to force himself to wake up from a nightmare by just envisioning the StarCraft menu screen mid-dream and picturing himself hitting the quit button on it. I wish.
Because I know you know how to jam to good music. Do you remember Forget-Me-Nots by Patricia Rushen? Probably not. I don't remember. I think it sounds familiar, but like, no. Yeah, not much. Not much. I don't know. Just the fact that there are some people who thought that that's what airplane mode meant. It's so funny. I'm like, no, airplane mode just means that all your like Wi-Fi and cellular data is off. Because you're not supposed to have your phones on when you're getting ready for takeoff. All electronic devices must be disabled for flight safety. Once you're in the air, then it's different. It's during takeoff. They don't want interference and tower interference and other little things, but yeah. Nice. That's good. Having a nice flight is always important. That coffee was actually just what I needed today. I was a little bummed out yesterday. I didn't ground up my coffee enough, so I gotta ground up some more of it and bring it so I can brew it again. Oh, it says my. Oh, by the way, my shirt says I do what I want. I am so exhausted, you guys. We're gonna work on this weekend because he's getting old enough now that he's at the age where you can start to get him to like where he's groggy and lay him down. A lot of people think that you can do that earlier on. No, babies don't know how to self-soothe until roughly around 12 weeks and older. Though he started self-soothing probably around week 10 or so when he found his hands. Once they find their hands, they can start to self-soothe. Once your baby is capable of self-soothing, which he has done, which I think probably in the last couple of days he's done really good at it, where he finds moments where he's really good at it. Other times, he lets you know he's past the point of self-soothing. He needs some help. But if you get him in the right window, he self-soothes himself right off to sleep. Like, he'll go right off to sleep. So we're going to work with him this weekend and see how well he does with his self-soothing in bed. Hopefully, if he does really good, then we can get him all set up in the other room to actually sleep. And maybe get Sarah all set up back there again to have the bed and everything. Don't know yet. We'll see.
You two when she got pregnant and saying I'd like to she wrote terrible first night, but on her stomach, she's pregnant. She wrote, "I'm not yet a human," and she's like,
yeah.
So she chose. But down underneath, this person said, "Yet if I punch her in the gut and she miscarries, I'm charged with murder."
Which is true. Just because her belief is one thing doesn't mean that society's belief is another. Is going to match hers.
The fact is that seeing as you're that far along, please don't.
It's just a statement picture. It's not. That may not even be how she actually feels. Well, no. But I'm saying, I think.
Especially on my baby.
Right. I think what it was is they're trying to make a point. Oh, yeah. I know you were saying you babysit. She's so cute. Yeah. I was nervous flying by myself. Oh, man. Yeah. Kelly, I know you're saying that you're doing babysitting now. And yeah, they're amazing when they really start to like find their foot. Like he found his feet like a week or two ago. Actually more than that, like two and a half weeks ago. And it's been the funniest thing ever since. Because like every time he catches a glimpse of them, he's like, and watches them like, wait a minute. So it's super funny. So he shocked Sarah today because he sat up by himself. Like she sat him on her lap, and then he just sat there, like without being held onto.
I sat him in here, like literally when Rebecca sat him down, and he just leaned forward and said,
Yeah, he puts his hands forward on the thing and sat there.
I was like,
He's 2 months old, you guys.
he's 2.5 months old, and I laid him back. I was like,
Yeah. 2.5 months old, and he like as soon as she went to set him in there so she could lay him down, we always set him butt first and then lay him down, and he sat down and immediately put his little hands forward to like brace himself. We're like, what are you doing? They ain't joking, these COVID babies, man. They ain't even joking. Like he has got some serious little things that he does, like laying on his tummy. He can push himself completely up with his arms. He's already rolling over. So like, what the heck? Hi, honeys. Thanks. There we go. Fuel beans, Sarah. There you go. Oh, nice. We're gonna put it in the machine back there, so that way. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the big water machine.
One item.
No, I know. I'm gonna sit right here. You have to remember I do that all day, like every day, because of that thing.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'll go put this in the fridge.
Hot.
Yeah, it's like 1:13 already.
Fine.
God, it's freaking horrible. You have water on you?
Bottle.
Okay, drink some water.
Oh.
He's like, I'll get there. But yeah, Kelly. They're amazing as they learn to do all the fun things. But yeah, he's at a point where he's like self-soothing, and it's awesome. I gotta go through those stupid envelopes. Right?
My back is so sweaty.
Ugh.
So I don't wear my back with
I take it you cut from your grandparents' house, like cut across, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, because there's no way you come all the way up that street. I would be like, that would not be smart. That was a heck of a walk to go from this road all the way up. So I was like, he has to be coming back down this back way. Yeah.
You're at Albertsons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because Albertson's right there. Yeah.
That's why I don't wear a backpack with full straps. It's my
But
back's-
just wanted to stop in, you guys, say hi, tell you guys she's doing good. Thank you for all the positive vibes yesterday. She says, I'm cranky.
She's always cranky.
I know, right? But just don't wake him up. He's going to sleep. All right, guys, we're gonna get off here. Just wanted to pop in, say hi to everybody.
No, fuck you.
I should just realize what you said.
I'm just playing.
So we got, yeah, see, and I was born in like the end of the 70s, so I didn't grow up with like disco soul, like Soul Train. I saw Soul Train quite a few times, but like the music I grew up on was like Tears for Fear, and like some of the stuff my mother would play. I really took in a lot of classical music through foster care, so a lot of Beethoven and Mozart and stuff like that. I was really into the classics, and a lot of like Les Miserables, stuff from Cats and Broadway productions. So a lot of like musical stuff. Chicago. Chicago is one of my favorite ones to listen to, like soundtrack wise. But yeah, lots of
Is that from the cuff?
like stage production, stage performances, musical type stuff, Sound of Music, things like that. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the music off of there. Chorus Line was good. Yeah. So it's just, you know, all the like that kind of stuff. I didn't start listening to like radio style music like that came like popular type stuff until like when I was in high school in the early 90s. So but anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the positivity, and we'll talk to y'all later.